Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, May 5th, 2022. My name's Jennifer Cotton, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. That means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So thank you for being here. If you are back, welcome. I appreciate you guys who watch every week. Good morning to Jean in North Dakota. Jackie, good morning. Hey, Carol, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing, Jean, as well. Hey, Stella. Susan, good morning, as well as Carol in Connecticut. I already said thanks for sharing, Carol, but you're in Connecticut. Let's see. Susan shared. Thank you. Martha shared. Thank you. Carmen, good morning. Good to see you here on YouTube. Love it. Marcia, good morning to you. Cindy and Denise in Southern Colorado. Good to see you, Cindy. Hey, good to see you, Denise, and good morning, Cindy. Ramona, good morning on YouTube. Linda Mansky in Mansfield. Landa's watching on YouTube. I love it. Lori, good morning. And Suzanne, good morning. All right. Good to see everybody. Thank you guys for being here. As you come on, do say hi, even if you're watching replay, even if I guess if you're watching later, you won't hear this comment, but throughout the video, if you just say hi or make a comment on either platform, you'll get entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today using the Cup of Tea bundle. Try to get those lights off there. So I will show more about this when I start stamping. But I give you a chance to win those 3 cards because it helps my business on both platforms. If you comment, if you share the video, like several people have already, then comment that you shared to get a second entry. You do have to comment that specifically just so we'll know, because those platforms keep that private. Good morning, Robin, also on YouTube. Julie, hello. It's scrolling too fast. Lori, hey, in Minnesota. Good to see you, Lori. Joni, hello, Joni. Nice to see you. Let's see who else is here. Martha's on YouTube now. Yay. Linda in Washington State. Every time I get something locked in, the screen moves. Jean says it's a beautiful day here in North Dakota. We might hit 70 degrees. That's awesome. Julie shared. Thanks. Hey, Pat in Chicago. Good to see you on YouTube. Lori shared to her sister-in-law. Thank you. And Pam, good morning. Good to see you, Pam. Speaking of the weather, so hopefully this video will be fine, but we are expecting weather here any minute now in Texas where I am. Some hopefully not severe storms, but some pretty serious storms. So Cindy says watching the clouds. Please feel free to update me if my area is like getting a warning. Please feel free. But also, it could affect internet or electricity. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I'm going to jump in and get to upcoming events. I do this as a full-time job. I've been doing this 20 years, and it is my full-time job. So again, I appreciate your likes, your thumbs ups, your follows, subscriptions, and shares and comments. And then because it's my full-time job, I also offer all of these events that anyone can take all over the United States because they're all offered to go. So for all of my events, you will receive a PDF tutorial. We're going to cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. You just cut your designer paper, or if a kit is included with the fee, like a Memories and More kit, you'll cut those components with the PDF tutorial instructions. Some of my events are offered in person, and some are offered where you can check out the supplies from me and stamp at home. They're all offered to go. So the first classes I'm going to tell you about are my monthly classes that I do every single month. Same classes, different products every month. So you can always take those. Actually, all 4 of them are also a club you can join. So that's awesome. And this month they will happen in person on May 21st or get mailed on May 23rd. You can also pick those up from me. These 4 classes are the ones that are always also offered in person. And you can check out a bucket of supplies and stamp it at home if you're local. Or you can just take it to go and stamp at your house. So they are card class, scrapbook class, Stamp-A-Stack, and sampler. Card class this month, we're using the Uniquely Artistic stamp set. By the way, sorry, I should mention this right off the bat. We were able to order from the new catalog yesterday. Demonstrator, well, everyone was. And I did order a bunch of stuff, but it's not coming until today. So all I have that's new product is what I was able to pre-order in a special selection of products demonstrators could pre-order. So not everything I'm using I have on hand here, although I can show you the inside of the catalog now. So I'm using another stamp set for card class for the words because this one doesn't have any words. So we're going to make 4 cards for $15 free with a $20 order using Uniquely Artistic. And then we will also use, I believe it's called Charming Sentiments. Let me check my list. Yes, on page 38 for the words. You can, of course, substitute any words you want, but this is my #1 pick from the new catalog as of now. I am in love with this bundle called Charming Sentiments because it includes dies to cut out every single greeting in this set. I think that's going to be awesome. It's on page 38. The bundle is $52. That is, well, it doesn't say the count here, but it's a lot of dies. Like, I mean, look how many dies in that little picture right there. I'm sure the number's at the back of the catalog. I don't know that we'll die cut them all out for the class because obviously I haven't designed yet. But anyway, that's card class. You can register for that now. And the deadline to register is May 19th or while supplies last. So let me see what y'all are saying there. Me too. I'm ordering it next. Susan, yes, right? Because, of course, especially a while back, I was obsessed with hand cutting out sentiments. So we all have probably done that or seen samples where you hand cut out sentiments. So I'm obsessed with that stamp set. And I'm very excited that they made a whole set dedicated to that. Hey, Linda in Idaho. Oh, good. You finished breakfast. Awesome. She said she might be cooking during the video. Pat, good morning. Hello. I was about to say see you soon, but I won't see you soon, Pat. Our in-person retreat is next week. Okay, Liz, good morning. Janet in North Carolina. Diane, good morning. Good to see you. Dixie in Tennessee, good morning. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Denise shared. Thank you, Denise. Linda, thank you for sharing with your stamping club. That's awesome. Trying to see here. Liz, good morning. Diane, I said Diane. Thanks, Marcia. I'm actually not happy with my hair today. It's like weirdly stringy. I think it might be the weather. At least up close in person in the mirror. It's like greasy looking, but thank you. That is a nice compliment. Montana, Mary Ellen shared. Thank you. Linda shared. Sue, it was your first choice as well. Too bad it wasn't in the pre-order for us, right? Because we all would have ordered it. Martha's Charming Sentiments, heart, heart, heart. Sue, good morning. True Blaze, watching in Hollywood, Florida. Thank you on YouTube. And Helen, good morning. All right. So I talked about card class. Scrapbook class is 3 12x12 pages, $15 free with a $20 order. And we will, actually, I'm sorry. I wanted to show last month's card class cards real quick. I did a video on these. We used, what's it called? Cuties, Cactus Cuties to make these 4 cards. So that was card class last month. And I showed you what we're using this month, Uniquely Artistic. And then, and by the way, all of those have to get designed while I'm at my retreat next week. All of these projects I'm talking about right now. Okay, so scrapbook, last month we made, if I can pick this up. we made page 1 to a really, I think, adorable birthday page. By the way, I feel like this camera, the face one today, is blurry. I apologize. I don't know why. I don't think it might be internet. I don't know. Then we made a 2-page Mother's Day layout, although you could just leave off Happy Mother's Day, and it was just a generic sort of feminine layout. This month, we will make page 2 to the birthday page, plus 2 more for Father's Day. And so the stamps we're using for Father's Day are Your Biggest Fan. Was stuck together. However, we are not using sports theme. We're using a new designer paper that's just masculine theme with this. So I think it's going to be awesome. It's an idea I got from a friend, a demonstrator friend named Nancy, where you use this set with different papers. So I'm excited to make those when I get the chance. Okay, so that's scrapbook class. Sign up by May, to go back to this paper, 19th, or while supplies last. And then I have Sampler and Stamp-A-Stack. They are priced differently. Again, they are a club you can join, or just take the class individually. All of them are offered individually each month. So these you have to register by May 15th because there's a lot more prep that goes into these. May 15th is the deadline. That's coming up. Well, it's only the 5th today. It feels like it's coming up fast for me due to my work schedule. Like, anyway, I'm always fast forwarding in my mind. Susan put me on silent during a work meeting. I love it. You can still look at the pretty stuff I hold up. Anyway, Sampler is a 12 by 12. I'm going to show you this past month's, which I really, really love. The one we just did in April. It was sort of masculine, sort of nature-y, sort of just pretty. With the On the Horizon suite. Isn't that cute? I framed mine in a 12 by 12 shadow box. I always put a link to this shadow box that I use from Walmart on my blog and in the email describing these events. And anyway, that's unrelated. But it's a 12 by 12 piece of art that you can frame. You can give it away as a gift. You can have the frame in your home and switch out your samples all year so you can be seasonal, etc. So this month we are using Best Butterflies on page 37. So it's just going to be a sort of summary, it's 1 page before Charming Sentiments. Just fun, bright colors. This is a new suite from Stampin' Up. There's designer paper and flowers and all, embellishments and all kinds of stuff. So that's what I'm using for Sampler this month. $28. It includes over $20 in merchandise. So basically the Sampler's free. We cut, die cut, punch, emboss everything we can for you. Like, it is a great deal. If you join the club, after 6 consecutive months being a member, you get $25 in free merchandise from me as well. You can cancel the club at any time, including less than 6 months. So don't worry. It's not, it's a commitment until you cancel it. So, or you can just purchase that class. And then last but not least, Stamp-A-Stack. We're using the He's All That bundle on page 79. I do actually have this one here in person because we could pre-order it, but I'm just going to show the catalog today. It is masculine. They're not really specifically going to be Father's Day cards. They're just going to be a set of masculine cards. So the reason it's called Stamp-A-Stack is you make 12 cards, 4 designs, 3 of each. It's $30 and it includes over $20 in merchandise. Again, the cards are practically free. And we cut, die cut, punch. Like, it's a great deal. So these are the cards from last month. I also did these on a video recently. So you can go back and see those if you want. I love these cards, by the way. Anyway, that was Stamp-A-Stack last month. And this month will be masculine themed. Okay, so join the club or register for class by May 15th. I send an email out today at 1 p.m. So if you're not on my email list, join it up here on Facebook, down here on YouTube, and you'll get links to these events and more details and prices and all that, if I didn't say a price. You can also always message me or email me, Jennifer@jennifercotton.com, if you want me to just send you the link directly to register for any of these events. Okay, next up is the Stamp Camp with Genevieve. This is Genevieve, sorry, let me say this properly. Genevieve is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. So we partner together and do events kind of with all the new catalogs. And we are doing a stamp camp using the Cup of Tea bundle, or suite, really. It's a whole suite of products, which I will be using today in my video. You're going to get $40 in merchandise, 10 projects, a gift, an exclusive Facebook group where we will be making a bonus project video each. So 2 bonus projects in addition to a fun Facebook party where you have a chance to win tons of prizes. You complete your projects with PDF tutorial, and it's fun. You should sign up. And then within that, you can also take the Bottled Happiness card class or the Sweet Songbirds card class, or you can only take Sweet Songbirds or only take Bottled Happiness or only take the camp. So it is up to you. It is a la carte. And when you register, you'll see all the choices. You put a number 1 next to everything you want. And if you don't want it, you don't put a number 1 there. Thank you, Cindy. She says, love the camp. Jen, you and Jen rock. We work well together. We're constantly, unrelated to the camp, we're constantly messaging each other, which we already were this morning. We're always talking about business and planning things. So this is 5 of the 10 cards you're going to make with the camp. And just a reminder again, this is the same product I'm using today in the Make and Takes. So they are, I think, gorgeous cards. They use all of the new in colors, which you can get free right now, but you can also add them on when you register if you want. And 10 cards, $40 in merchandise. Like, it's a great deal. And then Genevieve's class, I actually have one of her cards here, so I'm going to sneak peek you one of the 6 cards you're going to make in her class with the Sweet Songbirds. So super cute, as you can tell. There is an embossing on this piece, but I don't think you can kind of see it there. But anyway, super cute. And then my class is the Bottled Happiness class, which I'm also calling like a cobalt glass class because of the colors. These are the new Starry Sky and Orchid Oasis colors, basically, are the 2 colors I use in this class. There might be a little Night of Navy thrown in there. And I think you're going to love these 6 cards. One is even a shaker card. There's also another one that uses this bottle, which, of course, you'll receive all those supplies in your kit. You just provide the stamps and ink to make them at home with your PDF tutorial. So those classes, all 3 of them, you can register by May 22nd. That's in the US only. Unfortunately, Genevieve's deadline already passed in Canada because they have to order sooner than us. We do get our stuff faster here in the US. Let me see. So Genevieve, I talked about the camp. Should just sneak peek. You should register. Okay. And then paper shares. You can still sign up for paper shares with me. It is designer series paper from the new annual catalog. I'll have all of this to show you next week, the actual papers, but you can sign up now. You're going to get 12 new designer papers, a bunch of new specialty papers. I'm trying to see if my numbers are on here. And it's a sampling of each. So either 6 by 12, 6 by 6, or we even have one that comes in like a 3 3/4 by 5. That's some vellum. So you're going to get samples of all of these. Then you can add on the party when you register if you want for only $20 more. Then you'll get a party with Alejandra Gomez and me on Facebook where we actually make all 12 cards for you, plus 2 bonus projects. And we have door prize drawings there in the, I can't remember how we do our drawings. We may do them before the event and mail them with your packet. I have to ask Alejandra. Anyway, there's a chance to win door prizes. There's bonus gifts with each share you purchase from us. We're giving you one 6x6 of every new host designer paper, which there's a bunch of them. If you take the paper share, and we're giving you some glossy dots assortments. If you take the ribbon share, the ribbon is 2.5 yards of each ribbon, and it's totally optional to add that on. But if you add on the party, we're recommending the ribbon because that's the ribbon we'll be using in the projects. You can just substitute if you don't have it. So basically you can take only paper share, only ribbon share, only paper with party, paper, party, and ribbon, like any mix you want. And then for those make and takes, those 12 projects, we will be using, let me find my notes, the Charming Sentiments bundle, those words I already showed you, and the Simply Fabulous stamp set, which I did not write the page number down. Let me just see if it's on this document here. Probably not. No. So I can look it up real quick though. Simply Fabulous, it's a nice generic set that has some flowers and greetings, and so we're hoping it will work well with all of the new designer papers. But that's always a fun challenge for us. She designs half and I design half, and we get to use one decorative stamp set with all the new designer papers. So for your make and takes. So that is the paper party. So the very last deadline to register for that is May 15th. We have already ordered for you if you registered before May 1st, so that you can avoid back orders. And knock on wood, really knock on wood, so far no back orders. So Stampin' Up, good job. Retreats coming up. It's too late to sign up for next week's in-person retreat, but we have an in-person retreat August 11th through 14th, 2022 that you can attend in Temple, Texas at Rockin' R Retreats. And then that will be offered to go. We will most likely use holiday catalog merchandise, so we don't know, we can't advertise it yet as far as the to-go version, but it will be offered to go, retreat in a box, or you can attend in person. And you want to, or the link for that will be in the 1 o'clock email like everything else. And then the Stamping Cruise is another retreat we offer for crafting, but it's on a ship in the ocean, and it's the best. We will be on Allure of the Seas in January 2023 out of Galveston, Texas. Currently full, but there is a wait list. You never know when someone may cancel. So get on that wait list. And then you can also register now for January 28th through February 4th, 2024 on Harmony of the Seas, the previous largest cruise ship in the world. These are both Royal Caribbean, out of Galveston, Texas. And so when you add on the crafting portion, you'll get 6 full classes. So like a bunch of cards, a bunch of scrapbook pages, a bunch of, well, we may not do scrapbook pages, but I don't know. Anyway, cards, projects, albums, etc., samplers, and all kinds of other stuff like gifts and your own table or half a table to craft on. It's a lot. I can't even think right now because I'm not in that mode, but you know, you're going to get a bag and your shirt and fun. We play bingo. Like, it's a lot. So, but anyone can come with you and they don't have to do the crafting portion. That's a separate part of your registration. So invite anyone you want and you'll get our group rate, which is cheaper than any Royal Caribbean promotion. So if you need info on that, let me know. It'll be in the email as well. Let me catch up here real quick. I see lots of people came on. I'm trying to remember who I said hi to last. There is True Blaze. Sue, good morning. Helen, Sandy, good morning. Let's see. Sue, I was heartbroken when I see it was not. I don't remember what we were talking about, Sue. Seal, good morning in Pennsylvania over on YouTube. Stella says it looks fine on your end. That's good. It does look blurry here, but who knows? Martha says, relax. Thank you. Cindy shared. Thank you very much. Facebook user, good morning. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Tammy. Both of y'all are on YouTube. Thank you. And Terry. Linda says, I'm busy. Definitely. Hey, Sarah. No problem. Kept watching or kept coming in late, I should say. And Cindy shared. Cindy, two Cindys in a row shared. Valley Chick, good morning. Good to see you. And Marilyn. Okay. So I think I'm almost ready to turn the camera down, believe it or not. Let me look at these graphics here. Let's talk about Paper Pumpkin. Did I skip that? I skipped it. Am I missing? Oh, my pages are out of order. That's why I hand number these pages because I know I'm going to do something like that. Yay. Okay, Paper Pumpkin. This is our monthly craft box in the mail. You get the box, comes straight to your door, all wrapped in plastic, and to protect it, of course. And then inside, you're going to get a stamp set that cannot be purchased. It's not sold anywhere else. It only comes in these kits. You're going to get whatever adhesive you need. Those are dimensionals. And your ink for the projects, accessory, like embellishments, I should say, instructions, full color, and then all the supplies to make the projects. So this is the one from last month, but the one that you can get right now through May 10th, that is your deadline, so 5 more days, is all about our new in colors. And it is cards. Sorry, I'm like distracted. I don't know what, something ran through my mind that I heard a team member say that I'm going to tell y'all, and so I was thinking about that. So they say create magic with the new 2022 to 2024 in colors with this kit. Vivid pops of green and red and ranges of blues. These colors are perfect for fun festivities. Send your best wishes or happy moments with the large, bold lettering and gorgeous gold foil details. And then plus you can also send gift cards with the included coordinating gift card holders. This kit is going to make 10 cards. Yay, 10. Plus these bonus coordinating gift card holders. Of course, I haven't seen the kit yet. I don't think anyone has because Stampin' Up! Keeps that a surprise every month. And you're going to get a basic gray ink pad, but all the colors are included in the colors of the cards will be the in colors. Printed card bases, printed envelopes, gift card holders, foil die cuts, printed die cuts, adhesive backed in color embellishments, tear and tape adhesive, and dimensionals. So it's $23.50 to get that. You can go to the link in this video and subscribe. That way you'll get it every month. You actually save money that way because it's only $23.50 plus tax if you're a subscriber. Shipping is included. But if you're not that, if subscriptions aren't for you, you can go to my store and you can go to shop products, other products, kits, Paper Pumpkin. And that's where you find it if you just want to buy 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months worth. So you can do that. And then this month, Stampin' Up's doing a golden ticket promotion. When you open your Paper Pumpkin box, if there's a golden ticket in there, you will win $25 in merchandise in the U.S., other amounts in other countries. And I heard a team member, I hadn't paid attention to this part, so I'm assuming she's correct. I heard her say on her Facebook Live that there are 200 vouchers going out. So that's pretty good. It's not just like 5 or something. So assuming she's right, that's pretty good. Good morning, G. Ann. Thanks for sharing. Where did you get your stamps holders? Facebook user. I'm assuming you mean something behind me. So do you mean punches or ink pads or cardstock maybe? So let me know. Stamps holders. I'm trying to think of anything else I held up. So I'm thinking you mean something back here. And I can just say it real quick. So these are from, these wooden things are from my, what's it called? Stampin Storage. And I have an affiliate link, which will be in the email that's going out at 1 p.m. I think it's in the video description. And it's pretty much in all my emails. So you can shop that through me. It's on my blog as well. You pay the same price, but I get credit, which thank you very much. Oh, sorry. I clicked the wrong button. Use banners to blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so my website is right here, stamptherapist.com. If you want to find that link as well, just scroll to the bottom of some of the posts. Anyway, and then these white ones are Stampin' Up in our catalog and online store. And then below is just these 12 by 12 paper things from like Amazon. In case that's what you're asking, the shelf is from IKEA, the Calyx shelf. And it's actually much, well, there's like one more than what you see in my video. There's 5 rows tall and deep. Okay. I saw Jean said she heard there's our 200 vouchers as well. Awesome. Okay, ink pads, Facebook users. So yes, those are from Stampin' Up. We have ink pad. Are the blends in this? Yeah, blends, ink pad, and marker. It actually holds our regular markers. I just don't use it for that. And then there's different kind of tops you can purchase. It's all like I've always modular, so you can rearrange them in different orders. So hopefully that helps. Like some people have all of one color. They have these stacked on top of that color's family of ink pads, and then the ink refills on top or whatever. So very customizable. Okay. Boost. Lori says Stampin' Storage is located in Minnesota. That's very cool. Okay, cool. Okay, so let me see here. I'm going to point the camera down. It's blank. I do have, though, I want to show, I forgot to show, I think this one last week. Let me make sure I don't show someone's address. I forgot to show this one last week, and then I have 2 more. Just some cards I received in the mail. I thought it was super sweet that, oh, she's got contact info in there. I got a Mother's Day card from Twyla. Thank you so much. Her envelope was decorated all pretty. Let me show you, though. Well, it's decorated on the front as well. So thank you so much, Twyla. I don't think I've ever received, and she had this paper in there protecting, you know, the rhinestone, a Mother's Day card from a customer. So that is awesome. Thank you so much. And then I got this from Linda Carver with a check she sent me. Thank you very much. And same thing, I got another check and another super cute card from Cindy. She says, I enjoy your card so much. Thank you so much, Cindy. So thank you guys for those cards. And I thought, of course, everyone watching here would enjoy them. I want to make sure you guys heard the news that Stampin' Up! Extended the Here Together products until the end of May. They were supposed to expire at the end of April. And the reason is all of these skin tone blends. I'm just, that's not them. Hold on. All of these, I'm just grabbing a random set here. Skin tone blends. There's 10 of them all together. 5 sets of 2 are back in stock. Yay. Well, they coordinated with these products as well. So these are in the annual catalog. You can purchase them now, but these are not. They're while supplies last. So Here Together, you can get it now while supplies last. The Here For You dies or the bundle, you can get that now while supplies last, or May 31st. And then the this designer paper. I've got my flyer in there. The All Together designer paper. Okay, so I just want to make sure y'all heard that this did get extended in case you missed it and you did want that product. The blends, thank goodness, are a permanent product now. So those are skin tones, and they go from 100 to 1,000 in Stampin' Up! Numbering. Okay, so I want to make sure you knew about that. And then for my monthly online ordering special, which there's a host code right here. If you place an online order with me in the month of May with the monthly host code, you will get a card kit from me. I'm going to go to page 19 here. My stamp set's coming today. So I don't have the set here to show you, but I'm using this super cute set called this bundle called Sweetest Cherries for those cards. So it's a punch and a stamp set. And I think it's going to make some really cute summer cards. I already thought when I saw this, it would make a great scrapbook as well. So that may be coming in the future. Who knows? But that's the online ordering special. So if your online order is $25 or more with this host code, which you enter, I'll show you real quick. You enter it on the checkout screen where you go, you click on the shopping bag at the top right. Then you see the word checkout in pink. Above that, it says add host code. When you do that, that links the order to whatever special I'm offering. So with 25 or more, you get a kit to make 4 cards with this stamp set. With 50 or more, you're also going to get a free full pack of the 21 to 23 in color opal rounds, which are gorgeous. So 50 or more, use the host code. You get the card kit and the opal rounds. I think that's a great perk. And that does get mailed to you for free. All my other classes, you do pay shipping. So that is my online ordering special. And that one expires on the 15th. And then I'll have a new special to get a different free accessory on the 16th. So watch email and blog for that. Oh, I'm like, there's something else I want to say about that. When you place your online order, if it goes over $150, do not use this host code because over 150, Stampin' Up will give you they will give you free merchandise, at least $15 to spend on additional free merchandise. That's our host plan. But if you use the host code, it won't give you that. I'll still give you my 2 gifts. Okay, I'm going to get started showing you some some samples here and tell you about our other special that's going on right now. But I want to let you know that I will be doing my catalog tour and showing you all my new product next week. So I'm not doing a tour right now. Next week, I believe on Tuesday. That's my plan at this time. So I'll email like normal, letting you know and give you the links, and I'll post in this Facebook page that I'm going live next Tuesday to do my catalog tour and show you all my new products. So that's that, and that will be my live for next week due to the retreat. Okay, so today I am showing cards using the Cup of Tea bundle from Stampin' Up, brand new bundle in the new annual catalog. The bundle, if you purchase both, the bundle includes these dies called teacup dies. And of course, mine are a hot mess. Landa's like cringing because I didn't trace them, of course, because I'm always in too big of a rush. I'm just going to move these up here so I can put that, so you can kind of see them all. Okay, so you get with this bundle, or if you get the bundle, you get the stamp set and then 17 dies, which pretty much cut out all the images in the set here and some extra heart images. I do like that. Is this the one? Yes, this little bitty tag, you get 2 of them. So you can maximize your die cutting, do 2 tags at one time. The larger tag, you do only get 1. Anyway, so there it is. There's the dies, 17 of them. Now, if you go with the whole suite, there's a designer paper called Tea Boutique Designer Paper. It happens to include within it all of the 5 new in colors, which are Orchid Oasis, Parakeet Party, Starry Sky, Tahitian Tide, and Sweet Sorbet. These colors just came out. They just got released May 3rd. They're amazing, I think. I've used them a lot so far in my upcoming event planning. Oh, I got a cramp in my hand there. I've already shown this designer paper and described it in my haul video. So if you need a visual description, you can go to that. But it's 6x6 designer paper. And I believe you get 4 of each design. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. And of course, there are like tea cup type prints and tea pots, as well as just other prints that could, if nobody knew, you could use it with anything and they'd never have a clue it was tea party related. So it's gorgeous paper. There's lots. I love this lemon one. There's lots of different kind of patterns and designs in it. So it's pretty versatile, but it includes the 5 in colors. And I don't know if I have it here. Let me look. There's something else if you get the suite. Oh yeah, the note cards and envelopes, which I will be using today on one of my cards. So if you purchase the whole suite for $67, you get the bundle, you get the designer paper, and you get these note cards and envelopes. But of course, those are sold individually. But there's so much other stuff that coordinates with this because it's the in colors, right? So we have all these new in color products in the catalog as well. Now, this is also what Genevieve and I are using for our stamp camp. So don't forget about that. If you like what you see today, you're going to get some designer paper with your camp. You're going to get some of these note cards and a bunch of other stuff, $40 of merchandise. Okay. Now, these new in colors, like I said, there's 5 of them. They will be around for 2 years. If you're not familiar with Stampin' Up, if you happen to be new, the in colors last 2 years. They're sort of seasonal, what's the word I'm looking for? Trendy colors that Stampin' Up introduces, and then they last 2 years, and then we get new ones. And so we have 2 sets of in colors that overlap. So one just retired, and next year the old ones will retire, and so on. So that's what they are. And again, Tahitian Tide, Starry Sky, Parakeet Party, Sweet Sorbet, and Orchid Oasis. If you want all these ink pads, the best way to get them is free right now, free, with the purchase of our starter kit. It's only $99. Anyone can purchase it. Several people have purchased it within our team already this month, starting on May 3rd. And more are, I know they're purchasing it because they've told me. And it's a no-lose. It's a win-win, and it's a no obligation situation. So you don't only get these 5 ink pads free, you get a full pack. Let me show you some other cards that use these colors as well with what we're using today. These cards, by the way, are my team meeting projects for this month. So if you're in the team, you are eligible to get $7 basically make and takes each month. And our meeting is Saturday, and everybody's getting a sheet of the designer paper, a strip of the little dots, and then everything else cut and ready for them to stamp and assemble. And it's to go or in person. Okay, so here's some cup of tea samples using these colors. So what you get free, you pay $99, you pay $0 in shipping, you get the 5 ink pads for free. You get an assortment of the 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Of course, all 5 colors there. 8.5 by 11. You get the, excuse my extremely used pack. You get a full pack of the 6x6 new designer paper in these 5 colors, which, by the way, is what is used on these 5 cards that are laying here now. And you get a pack of like 11-inch by 17-inch grid paper that uses the new in colors, which of course we always need grid paper when we're stamping to protect our stamping surfaces. I always use it. I just don't put it on my videos always, just because to me it makes the screen look messier. But when I'm personally stamping, I always use the grid paper. The grid lines actually come in handy, as well as the paper portion of it. Okay, so for $99, you get all of that free. You choose 125 in any merchandise you want. And then you also are going to get a random past paper pumpkin kit sent with your thing. So if you bought all that from me, at least here in Texas, based on my tax rate, with tax and shipping, you'd pay about $258. But you're actually going to pay $99 plus tax only, free shipping. So I had someone get it the other day and she was like, I'm confused. I picked up, because you can't go over 125. So she was like, I picked $123.50, but it's only charging me $107. I said, Jane, I'm just going to use a fake name. Jane, it's because it's only $99. She was like, oh, I forgot. So I thought that was funny. She was like, I'm only paying this. So Debbie is excited to get her kit. Yes, Debbie, you and someone else were the first two emails I saw on May 3rd morning when I woke up. I'm so excited you got yours right off the bat. Okay, I'm going to go back and catch up on these comments real quick while we get ready to stamp. Some paper out here. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping everything. That's product. Sherry shared. Thank you. Mary Beth, good morning. And good morning, Sherry. Amy, you made it. Can't remember if I said that. Hey, Melanie, good morning. You're welcome. Thank Facebook user. Shirley, hello, good morning. Julie shared. Thank you. Melanie shared on YouTube. Thank you very much. I know, Sarah, we wish we could rejoin Stampin' Up to get this deal. And good morning, Debbie. Okay, so let me see what I need to move. This. Almost lost a little tag I had pre-stamped there. Okay, so for my first card, I have some scraps of white here. I have a basic white card base. This is, I'll pick it up. You take your 8.5 by 11 and cut it in half. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. And that makes a card. So you get 2 cards out of one 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Very easy and economical. You fold it in half. I like to align the 2 corners on my table, butt it up against my thumbnail, and then do all of the bending and folding with my bone folder. That's going to give you less wrinkles on the inside, which you can put it to the test. Do one with your finger, do one with the tool. It's going to look better. And that's my card base, which I'm going to set aside, but I will tell you next, I have some of the tea boutique designer paper that I've cut down. So this one has the teapots on the back. There's a couple with teapots. This is the one that's just a white background with colorful teapots on it in a couple of different styles or shapes. So it's got like the Tahitian fresh freesia is a color in this designer paper, and the sweet sorbet and the orchid oasis and starry sky. But we're going to use the back side, which I believe is starry sky. These 2 colors, orchid and starry, they're not the same, but they're very similar. And so I hope I'll get better at this as the year goes on and we get used to these colors. But I have to really think sometimes with these designer papers and maybe get out the cardstock and compare. Let me grab that cardstock and show you. That's where you can really tell. If I'm not sure, this is the one I've actually been using for all my designing. I get out the 2 pieces. This is starry sky. This is orchid oasis. And see, that's going to be starry sky with maybe some light starry or oasis in there. Anyway, that's just a little side Jennifer tip. The other colors are easy to tell apart, of course. Parakeet is a bright green. Sweet sorbet is a watermelon red. And Tahitian tide is like my beloved tempting turquoise. So good. Love it so much. Anyway, so long story short, I believe this is starry sky designer paper. Very distressed. Some little white marks in there, like a pattern but it's super distressed. And then I have another strip of designer paper that's 2 inches by 5 1/4. It's actually, if I can turn it over, a leftover piece from the, I think, 3rd card I'm going to make today. So when you see the 3rd card, you'll see these coffee cups or teacups, I should say, on the back side. When you flip that over, it's this starry sky design of just like a plaid. Would we call that plaid? So dark lines and then a distressed background behind that. And it's 2 inches wide, which is exactly what was left from the other card I cut off. So I just trimmed it down to 5 1/4, and that's going to go on the side there. Okay, for my stamping, I have a couple of scraps of basic white. They're just kind of probably it doesn't matter as long as they're tall enough. Yeah, they're about 2-inch wide basic white strips. I'm going to put some teacups and leaves on there. And then I have a label for our greeting that I've pre-die cut. And it is from Potted Succulents, of course. So this is a set I use for the labels all the time, a set of dies. And it's this one right here. It's going to be a stitched, long, like 1/2 inch long, skinny greeting. But there's like 4 awesome label dies in that set. Okay. And you also get this big old die, which I've never used. But anyway, that's Potted Succulents. And that was basic white. Okay, so let's get from this set this striped teacup. So cute. We're going to use Starry Sky ink. And I want 3. So just tap, tap, tap. Do not press hard. Unless you want a really terrible looking image in addition to, well, that's not very big. In addition to ink all over the edges of your clear block, which could come off on your paper. I did forget, I was going to show y'all, if you stamp these back and forth, because we're going to die cut them out, you can save a little space. So then my third one would go there. Instead of doing it like this, you save a lot more space. Anyway, I need 3 of these total. Aren't these such bold stripes? I've seen some people have done on well, I don't know if it was on Pinterest or our demonstrator Facebook group, but in black. So it's black and white cup. It looks so cool. Okay, so I have that, and then I need this awesome, it's just like a leaf, or a stem with several leaves, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 leaves. So a branch, whatever you want to call it. And I've been using those to be growing out of the pot, out of the teacup, I should say. So I need 3 of these in parakeet party. I don't think I inked that. I did not. You can actually, because this is photopolymer, you can kind of see if you inked it well. And I did not. But I've actually pre-done some of these, so I'm just going to stamp 3 here for a visual for you. But I only need to cut out a couple, so it's fine. Anyway, 3 of those. Look how bright Parakeet Party is. It's a very bright green. Let me compare it to Granny Apple. I do think it's a lot. Let's get the paper. I haven't done a side-by-side comparison. Yeah, it's a lot brighter than Granny Apple Green. However, the ink to me coordinates really well if you're in a pinch. But paper-wise, see how much brighter it is? So pretty. Okay, anyway, side notes, getting distracted. I've been so busy, I haven't done those kind of comparisons or anything. I've just been planning, designing, typing instructions, etc. My greeting from the set is going to say, thank you for your friendship. It's a really skinny, small greeting that I'm going to stamp in, checking my sample, I forgot. Starry Sky on this 1/2 inch label. And it's just all caps, but kind of a fun, straight, what's the word for that kind of font? Like printed, whatever. Okay, and then last but not least, there's this little bitty tag image that is going to be all solid except for an etched out little leaf in the bottom left corner. It's the really small tag. I'm trying to pull this out. And I did forget to say, don't forget, if you don't have a really hard, firm table like I do, mine is like basically countertop material. It's not a countertop, but that's what you can compare it to. If you don't have that, you need, for these big solid stamps, you need the Stampin' Pierce mat underneath to get a good image, or you need something underneath. Because if your table texture underneath is funky, that's going to transfer to your stamp. Or if it gives too much, you're not going to get a good inking, because your table will be like this, and this stamp will stay straight. No ink in the middle. So anyway, put something under there. I recommend the Stampin' Pierce mat. It's only $5. Okay, I think it's only $5. I don't know if it went up like 25 cents or something. Okay, so I'm just going to, so you guys can get a visual, I'm going to die cut out 1 cup and 1 leaf. I have pre-die cut the rest to save time. Oh, I cut all 3 leaves out, so never mind. And I pre-die cut out this tag, which I can pick it up. I don't know if you will be able to see it there, but it's got a beveled edge, so it's like raised up. I did find, for me personally, it was easier to stamp and then die cut that tag versus die cut a tag and then stamp it. Okay, so let me just grab my machine. The Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is another good thing to get on that starter kit with your 125 in merchandise. You basically get this machine for $99 plus, just gonna use this one, plus tax only on the $99. And then you get all that free stuff I told you about. So if you don't have the big Stampin' Cut and Emboss, by the way, we have a magnetic plate now, which mine will be here today. I'll show it to you next week. But my friend April, and retreat partner and team member and all that, she texted me this morning. I forgot how she worded it, but that new new magnetic plate was, I forgot how she said it now, but it's basically very thick. Like, you could hurt somebody with it. So I'm interested to see it. Okay. Of course, honestly, I'm okay without a magnetic plate, but I know a lot of people love it. Okay, so I'm just going to crank this, bring it back so y'all can see, and it doesn't push all my stuff off the table there. You only need to go through 1 time, of course, because Stampin' Up's dies and machine are amazing. It looks awesome. Poke this out so that the next time you cut, it doesn't get jammed up with paper, and you're good to go. So I would cut all of those out, but I don't need to since I pre-did it. And then now we have all our pieces to put this card together. That I moved somewhere. Okay, so for this card also, I'm going to use the super cute. You get a whole pack of this, by the way, with the stamp camp. In color baker's twine. You're going to need a whole pack of that with your girls getaway stamp camp with Genevieve. So I'm going to use the Starry Sky one. And I'm also going to use these in color 20, 22 to 24 in color matte decorative dots on all 4 of my cards today. I mean, all 3. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is attach this 2-inch strip of designer paper to my other piece of designer paper. So I'm just going to put 3 little pieces of Stampin' Seal, super strong adhesive. This designer paper is going to go over toward the left side, but not all the way to the left. Maybe between a 1/4 and a 1/2 inch will be left over on the left side. Then the next thing I want to do is tie my baker's twine around. So all of these baker's twines, they're the 5 in colors. It's 1 pack. But it's white striped with whichever color. So this is the Starry Sky one. In my head, I keep saying the wrong names first, by the way. So I'm going to wrap it around twice. I may have to rearrange it. But anyway, I'm wrapping it around. This is a portrait style card. So I'm wrapping it from top to bottom twice, and then forming like an X pattern there. I'm going to make a bow here at the bottom, and I want it in the X, I want it on the left side. So on my other sample, it came out on the right. And so I just went ahead and tied it, and then by hand, I switched these. I crisscrossed them. Hopefully that makes sense if you try to make a card like this and you have that issue. I just dropped my ruler on the floor on the back of the table over there. I'm looking for tweezers. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to use my reverse tweezers to be able to have my hands free. Those are in my Amazon store on my blog, stamптherapist.com. And I'm going to tie a bow. Hello, everybody. Hey, Alejandra. A leaflet. Janet, thank you. A leaflet. Pamela, good morning. I just tied a regular bow there. Let me catch up here. Colleen loves the new in colors. Yes, Pauline, I agree so much. Pamela, I think I just said hi, Pamela. Shirley, thanks for sharing. Tammy, hello. Hey, Susan in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Debbie, good morning. All right. So I just tied a regular bow. Now I can remove the tweezers. This works with regular ribbon, of course, as well. And if you want to tie a knot, it works just as good. This is just twine, so it's not like ribbon where it shows as much, or I don't know what I'm trying to say, but your bows don't go upside down as much with twine. So I just tied it normal. And then I'm going to trim off the excess, no waste on the one side since I left it on the roll. Make it match. And there we go. Then I think I need to scoot that whole thing over to the left because I'm going to do a stack of teacups to the right, and I really don't want it to overlap the ribbon. So my teacups are going to be like mostly on this 2-inch strip, but a little bit to the right of it. So that's easy. I'm just going to slide this to where I want it. Something like that. And then my teacups, what I want to do is make them look like they're stacked, one inside the other. And the top one will have these leaves growing out of it. So let me show you how I aligned all this. This was it's not difficult at all, but it was a card that I put together kind of funky, and I think I still have to do that. So I'm going to grab my silicone craft sheet so I can put adhesive on these skinny, or not skinny, I'm sorry, at the very top of each teacup, or at least 2 of them. And so because I want it at the very top, like to the edge, I'm going to go off the edge a little bit, which means I need something to put under it where the adhesive won't stick to it, which is the silicone craft sheet. Okay, so I think I'm not going to press hard, so I will be able to adjust these if I need to. So I stuck the bottom 2 together, then I'll put adhesive on the one there that's on top. And then something like this, but I'm still may need to adjust these depending on height. And then I'm going to place adhesive on the back of the top one for my leaves, which will be growing out of this cup. And I'm going to, so I stuck the middle one first, so I need to add a little adhesive to it as well. And then place, I can't pick stuff up today. I did trim my nails last night. So I have very short little fingernails, which I prefer, but right when I first trim them, they're very short. So something like that. The front one in the front, and then the 2 behind, make it look like they're coming out of the cup. So keep them in the lines there. And then let me see if it's too tall. I actually think it's not too tall. Yay. It's pretty good. So I'm going to stick this down with dimensionals, this whole thing. But I also want this little tag to be coming out of the middle cup, like we're making tea in that one, even though it's kind of silly now that I think about it since they're stacked. But whatever, it's just art. So I'm just going to take a small piece of the parakeet party twine, and I'm going to lift this middle cup up a little bit and tuck that under there. No big deal. I could have done that before, but I didn't. because I didn't want to. And then I'll attach that tag later when I position everything on my card. So now I'm ready to dimensional. My minis here. So many dimensionals to choose from, but I like the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to overlap a dimensional on the parts that were glued things together, which just helps secure them a little more. But I don't feel that this needs a ton of dimensionals. You can add more if you want. I just kind of put them straight up the middle until I got to the leaves. And then I've got a couple extra there. I missed that one. And so, like I said already about positioning, these cups will be more to the left. This is just my design, you know, whatever. Considering this 2-inch piece, they're more to the left of it and just a little bit to the right. And that's very cute. So I'm ready to attach that to my card base. Not too much Stampin' Seal is needed. It's a super strong adhesive. And then my greeting goes down here at the bottom. So the cups are raised up. So on the back of the left side, I'll add my tape runner. And on the right side, I'll add a mini Stampin' Dimensional. Okay, not to jinx anything, but I just noticed I haven't even heard any rain yet. So it's going here down here on the bottom to the right, way more far to the right than the cups are, overlapping that bottom cup. And then my little tag, I'm going to add, well, actually, I'm going to attach it with a Stampin' Dimensional. So, of course, mini is going to be perfect. This tag is tiny. But I'm going to see now, like, where do I want it? How long do I need the string to be, basically? And I'll just hold it together and kill 2 birds with 1 stone and attach the twine with the dimensional to the tag, and then attach that to the card with the dimensional. And then I just need to trim off that excess twine there, which with my eyesight, I got to bring that a lot closer. And make it cut because it's tiny. I probably should have cut that before I stuck it down, to be honest. Ooh, I'm going to get the readers. Hold on. It bugs me when it's super fuzzy. To my eyesight, I should say. There we go. Okay. A tiny bit sticking out. I'm going to tuck it under. And now nobody knows about that. That's it. Oh, no. Well, that's it. Except let's add some dots. So these dots, I've cut a strip off here, which Landa and I were using as testing for our meeting, make and takes, for my team meeting. Everybody's going to get a full strip there. Anyway, so obviously it comes with 1 more row than you see here. These are ombre, which I'm just going to be honest, that's not my favorite thing Stampin' Up! Does, because the very darkest is the row I cut off. So that's going to be the most true to these in colors. And then it gets lighter as it goes to the left. But it is all 5 in colors. And I'm just going with it, you know, as far as what I have to choose from here. So I'm going to use the Parakeet Party ones for this card. So I'm going to put a large, you basically get for each ombre color 3 large and 3 small. So I'm going to put a large one down here toward the bottom right, and then a couple of small up here on the top left. Maybe like that. Okay, now that is the finished card. Yay, yay, yay. Hope you guys like it. Here's my original. Pretty much the same, although the ribbon got scooted there. Thank you, Lori. April. April. Okay, I got to put this on the screen. I said it could be used to murder someone. the magnetic plate. It's apparently, according to April, very thick, which hopefully that means it's going to stand up to the test of time. Thank you, Colleen. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Lori. I know, Amy, right? This is a stamp set, by the way, that I personally didn't want. Wasn't on my list. It was in the pre-order. I did not order it. Then I attended the Stampin' Up. What did we call it? What was that event we just had, y'all? I guess it was called On Tour. Anyway, it was a virtual event, and they had a girl who did a stamping demonstration with these, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get it after all. It's very cute, the tea stuff. I know Jean says the parakeet just makes it pop. Yeah, it's a really good color for that kind of stuff. Okay, so don't forget, if you just joined, if you want a chance to win these cards, just comment on the video. If you want a second chance, just share the video and comment that you shared. Okay, my next card, I thought I had a genius idea, by the way. So I'm going to explain myself in a minute. Not that this card's pretty simple. It's just a random thing. Okay, basic white card base. A 4 by 5 1/4 piece of the designer paper. This design has teapots. Did I use the teapot? What did I just use? Oh, when I was describing it, I was talking about there's a couple of different ones with teapots. This is a different one than I was describing earlier. I'm using the side that has the teapots, and it's, I don't know, they're all the same style teapot. I have no clue what style that is, but it's shorter. In Freesia, and I believe Orchid Oasis. And then all this really cute, fine, detailed greenery all around it with parakeet and other colors with little flowers and stuff. It's super delicate and dainty and pretty. The back side is an Orchid Oasis pattern, very similar to the one I just used that's in Starry Sky on that other card. Okay, so that's 4 by 5 1/4. Then I have a piece of basic white and Orchid Oasis to go behind it. Every time I say orchid, I have to pause and not say opulence, because Orchid Opulence is what is in my head every time. Had to get this other old ruler because my other one's on the floor. This white is 2 1/2 by 4, and then the orchid's just a 1/4 inch bigger, 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And then I have pre-die cut the same cup I just stamped, but it's not stamped. It is Parakeet Party, just the cup. And I'm going to see if I have this thing, if I threw it in the trash. I did. Originally, I was going to do this card stamped. I threw it away. But what I ended up doing instead was using the die cut that cuts out the same exact size teacup, but with a floral detail on it, like leaves. So it's just to embellish it with. And I cut it out of this silver foil that we carry. This was my aha moment. That when you buy our silver foil, it's called silver foil, you get 3 colors of foil. And I personally have never liked these 2 purple colors, because I'm like, that's not even silver. I mean, I guess it is. I like their silver that comes with it. Then I said, oh, we have a color now that goes with this purple silver paper. It's called Orchid Oasis. So that was my aha moment. It actually was triggered, I think, from another downline. It was some video I was watching. It might have been Genevieve, who mentioned putting silver with orchid, and I don't know why it made me think of this silver and all that stuff. So it's not like an exact match, but I think they coordinate together really well. So there you go. So this darker one here that has like this darker silver that has like distress lines in it is the one I die cut this detail cup from. Again, it's not like an exact match, but I think it coordinates well. Okay, so there you go. take it, like it or not, and I'll kind of show you how it looks stamped instead. Okay, so this card's pretty simple though. We're going to fold this card base in half. And this will also be portrait. And then I'm going to stamp on the white. Where's my sample? Because I don't remember what I'm stamping. I'm going to stamp. That was loud. The greeting first in Orchid Oasis down at the bottom. I chose Take Care of Yourself. So pretty close to the bottom. By the way, I forgot to sort of describe this stamp set, which I know I did on my other video already, but there's two different cups you can stamp. The one I'm showing that I didn't use is that exact same leaf pattern that die cuts out. You can stamp it instead. So there's that one in the stripe cup that match the die. There's that big leaf I'd used, which is just a solid, very solid leaf. Then there's lots of greetings, and some of them are tiny, and they fit in these little tags, the small tag and the tiny tag. There's a lemon or lime wedge, lots of greetings, this flower image I'm about to use, so I'll describe that then. A single flower, a tag image. Anyway, and then this one I'm about to use now, which is little greenery growing up out of the cup. So it's the width of the cup and just these little cool, cute leaves that you don't really need to color in. You can, but I don't think you need to at all. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that in Parakeet Party. I have found that every time I've made cards with these teacups, if I center this image on my paper, I don't like how it comes out. Where's that green one? Because the cup has to be scooted over to the side because of the handle. So instead, I'm going to use the cup as a guide, my die cut cup. Or you could stamp the cup first if you were doing stamping only. And so, as you can see, they'll be stamped a little, these greenery will be stamped a little to the left. By the way, you can die cut that out too. I'm not on this card, but you can die cut the greenery out. I don't remember if I'm doing that on my last card. Can't picture it at all right now. So see what I'm doing? This is where I want it more to the left. I'm going to just scoot that teacup out of the way and stamp it. I just personally like how that looks better than if this cup was over to the side. Okay, so pretty simple there. And then this flower image, it's 5 flowers that are all on one stamp, but they're in like a weird row. They're small flowers because they're intended to be stamped on top of this greenery. So I'm going to stamp them in Orchid Oasis. Now, you can also die cut them out. And last night, I was, of course, looking on Pinterest. And I was like, oh, there was a really cute card with this stuff. And they had die cut these flowers out. So the die is the same weird shape, and it'll cut all 5 out. And 3D'd them on a project. And I was like, that's what I should have done on my video. But it's too late now. So it's fine. But it is cool that if you're in a rush, you can just stamp them instead and don't have to die cut out. And you kind of just have to look. What I did, of course, was look at another sample to see how someone else had stamped them. And I was like, oh, of course, that's where they go. Because they don't like 100% fit at the tip of a stem, but they do have their little place where they go. So hopefully that makes sense. There's an example. This one and this one can kind of, those 3 outer ones can really align with the tips of those images. And then these 2 middle ones are just kind of floating there, sort of, in my opinion. I did not align that perfectly, though, so you might be perfect. Okay, so when I die cut this silver foil cup, I used the adhesive sheets on the back. So that is this. They're literally sheets that have protective coating on both sides. You get your cardstock out and you cut your paper to your adhesive sheets to match, and you stick the adhesive sheet on the back, of course, not on the front. And then you can die cut your image out and the adhesive sheet will be on the back with that protective coating. So anyway, when I punched out these die cut pieces, there's one I missed. Some of the adhesive sheet protective coating stayed there and some of it came fully off. It doesn't matter. Because when I peel this off the back, this whole cup is going to be sticky and it's going to remove all that white that was showing. Oops. And I did that because this is a fine, delicate image, and it's going to be easier to stick down to my project now. And just want to clean this up. And there we go. Super pretty. Shiny, shiny. Okay, so Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to use 3 because it's sort of, to me, a triangle image. Mini dimensionals, of course. I laid my readers over here, and then I started throwing dimensional backs all over them. If I need them again, that's going to be a problem. Okay, so attach the cup there. Super cute. Attach this to, remember I said this card is very simple. Attach this to the orchid oasis. Let me attach my designer paper to the card base. Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of my orchid. The last card I think is kind of, well, I don't know if it's, I don't know, but it's got the most going on. Like, it's a little busy, but I like it. Anyway, you will see. So I did 5 dimensionals on that orchid, and that's just going to go right in the center. And then all I'm going to add is some dots, and that card will be done. I tried ribbon. I tried bows. I tried, on all of these cards, I tried to use these new in color ribbons, and I've used them a lot. I just didn't like them on any of my cards today. These are the new in color ribbons. They're a very metallic. And again, I've used them a lot. I like them. Did not like how they looked on my cards today. And then I tried twine on this one, and it was just all too much. I just preferred it to be, what's the word? I guess simple. Oh, actually, I just used 3 small. I'm going to use the orchid dots here, one on the top right and a couple on the bottom left. The small ones of the orchid color. And that's it. Oh, so here's how the card would look if I had gone with my original, which I think is cute. And like someone said earlier about the pop of green, it's just literally a parakeet party cup with dark parakeet party stamped on it. But then when I switched it to this one, I liked it a lot better with the silver foil. So I know, Jean, I don't drink coffee or tea. I like coffee, but I can't drink it because it bothers me. Cindy, I'm going to have to order this set after all. I love it. That's funny. And see, Sarah said it was first on her wish list. So like we all have such different taste, which is of course good that Stampin' Up! Offers different stuff. But it is funny how we like stuff right off the bat or not. Oh, Colleen, I'm glad you love it now. April says the magnetic plate is very heavy duty. Should only need one forever. That's going to be awesome. I'm excited to get mine tomorrow. And then, of course, I'll be able to play with it at the retreat, as you know. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, thank you. On YouTube, yes. This should be a Stamp-A-Stack class. Interesting. Maybe in future months, right? It's already designed. That's good. Sarah says, love the sentiment. I do too. Oh, so that's the biggest sentiment in this set. Take care of yourself is pretty large. Let's get together soon and thank you are pretty large. They're a little bit smaller than that one. And then the rest are the tiny ones. Thank you for your friendship that I already used is that skinny, and tiny. But then these really small ones, sweet, it's time for tea, to and from, I miss you, I just can't thank you enough, and enjoy. Those are all small enough to fit in, I guess, just this tag, the bigger one. Anyway, oh no, I don't know. I think I stamped a greeting on the camp, yeah, on the tiny tag, and to and from probably fits on it. I don't know how you'd write who that's to and from on that tiny tag. I think it's just for decorative purposes. Okay, so there we go. One more card to go. So for this card, I am using these Tea Boutique cards and envelopes. You get 20 in the pack, so you get 20 of every one I'm going to show you here. And then 20 divided by 5, 5 and 50, 20. So that's going to be 4 each of the 5 in colors. Where did I skip? 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, I'm obviously missing one. I had a personal issue when I did this yesterday. I accidentally put too many back in here and I was really mad because I had already separated everything. Long story short, I did it again. Okay, so you see there's a card base for each in color, but each one has a different pattern on it. It's not just the color. There's a pattern, and these patterns are from the Tea Boutique designer paper. So like the pattern on the Starry Sky one is the one I used on my first card that I said was kind of like plaid. Although I can't remember if that's the right word for this. The Tahitian Tide one is like Tahitian with light dots and distressing. Parakeet is stripes with distressing. Orchid Oasis is that other design that I just showed the back of with it's orchid distressed and these little plus sign symbols, but very, very light and faint. And then last but not least, Sweet Sorbet is polka dot. Actually, they're not polka dots. They give you a polka dot vibe, but if you look really close, it's little, almost like a flower image. And then you can see these gorgeous matching envelopes for each one. Gorgeous. Okay, so my card is going to use the Starry Sky card base. Pick this stuff up. Starry Sky card base. So of course I have a matching envelope. That's why it wasn't there, because it was with my sample. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so that. Then I have designer paper and a piece of cardstock to put it on. This is the other teapot design that has the multiple styles of teapots. They're more solid and these bright colors. So Tahitian, Sweet Sorbet, Orchid Oasis pots, but with lots of detail on them, just painting detail. And then they also have flowers growing all around them, but they're more vibrant, bold. There's some lemons, there's some green leaves, and then there's lots of different flowers and greenery. I don't know what kind of style you would call this, but to me, it's a certain style and it's really pretty and bold. The back is those Tahitian polka dot one. Okay, so this piece is, where did I put that ruler? Hold. I have a real mess in front of me, by the way. This designer paper is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, and then I made the Sweet Sorbet to go behind it 1/8 inch bigger. So 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. It's just going to be that skinny border. Can't pick up anything. Okay, I have scraps, basic white, crushed curry. I've pre-die cut out the same cup as the last card, but this solid cup is in a glimmer paper. So this is our new in color glimmer paper, 6x6. It's ombre. You get 4 or 5 of each color. Nope, well, 3. Maybe it's 3. No, it's 4. I don't know where that, I took that out for something. You get 4 sheets of each color of the 5 in colors, and it's ombre, so it's a lot lighter at the bottom than the top. So you can see where I cut those cups out from there. So the solid cup is the red sorbet. And then the detail cup I'm putting on top is just Tahitian tied. And I've cut it again with the adhesive sheet on it. So I'm going to peel and stick that just because I can. Oh, your adhesive sheets sometimes, well, they definitely come in strips of pieces. So that's why a portion just came off there by itself, because it was divided, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to stick that to my glimmer cup. By the way, who wants to get these in colors for free? Don't forget. I haven't mentioned that since I did the whole speech about it, but all these ink pads you can get free, and the other designer paper, and grab my stamps here. What's the other thing? Oh, cardstock. Yeah, basically the in color. You will get started right away with those, all for free with that collection. Okay, so for my stamping real quick, I'm going to use a non-in color crushed curry for my lemon. Perfect color there. Tap, tap, tap. Just have a scrap there. I'm going to die cut that out. Just like this. And then my tag. We have the tag stamp that is just the outline of the tag for the larger tag. And I'm going to stamp that in Tahitian tied. I did find on mine, even with my gentle, okay, of course I'm not doing it now, but even with my gentle tapping, because I have a very light hand when I do it personally, I was getting ink in the middle, but I was not finding it coming off on my project. But I would be careful. So I'm going to press a little harder. See, that's not how much I got before, but I pressed really hard. So definitely tap, tap, tap. You know, don't push down. It's just literally tapping. Ugh, I want to clean that off. I'll let it go. And then I'm going to use this tiny stamp. The image is tiny. I'm actually looking for the box so I can read it properly. It says, "I just can't thank you enough." It's, for me, it's hard to read on the rubber because it's so small. And that's going to be stamped in Sweet Sorbet. Right in the middle of the tag. So cute. I just can't thank you enough, which is great greeting there. And that is going to get die cut out. So I'll pre-die cut those, of course. And now we can put this card together. So it's actually a pretty, as far as how many steps we're doing, it's a pretty simple card. These card bases come pre-scored. I'll just use my bone folder to make it a little flatter. And I'm going to attach the designer paper to the sorbet. I get used to all these names. Remember, skinny, skinny border. That's going to go right in the center of this card base with dimensionals. Isn't that pretty? Like these colors. That orchid, like I keep going back and forth in my mind whether, because that's Starry Sky actually, whether these are purple or blue. To me, they look both depending on how you use them, purple or blue. Okay, so I want dimensionals. I'm not jinxing anything, saying still no rain here. It's supposed to be gone by like early afternoon. I mean, I'm glad there's not storms, but anyway. Okay, dimensionals there, super cute. Didn't peel that off. By the way, I forgot to emphasize that, oh, maybe that's not the one. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, let me go back. I said earlier that this designer paper on card number 1 was from the strip from a card I made today. It's not. It's from a card I rejected for today. So I'll show you the reject. It was ugly. Anyway, I have it here, but I didn't like how it turned out. Okay, sorry. I was like, what? That's not what the back of that is. Okay, so this card, we're going to bring this awesome twine back in. We're going to use the Sweet Sorbet. And I'm going to attach the tag with it. So just cut myself a little piece off here. Just like before, I'm not really measuring. And I'm going to add adhesive. No, actually, I don't know if it matters. I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of the cup and just stick this twine to the back. Then I'll add dimensionals to glue this to my card. I was staring around for them and I literally had my hand on top of the dimensionals. Okay, so I added 3 dimensionals across the top because of the twine and 1 at the bottom. And this card, or this cup, is just going to kind of go at the center, but more toward the top of this rectangle. And this is a portrait style card. And then the lemon, which I hope I did not lose. Ooh, lemon slice. Which I haven't used it yet, but there's a die that cuts out like the veins or the detail of the lemon as well. I don't know if anyone's made a sample with that yet. I'm going to put the adhesive or the dimensional on one side and adhesive on the other and kind of stick this lemon over here on the left side of the cup. So part of it's on the cup, part of it's on the designer paper. And then just figure out, just like I did before, where I want my tag, which I kind of want it below the cup this time. Let me pick it up and just place a dimensional there. Let me trim off this excess before I glue it down. Much smarter way to do that. I might add 1 more dimensional because there's a lot of space below that. And then on this card, I just added 1 little dot. Lost a dot there. From the Sweet Sorbet, the small one, down here on the tag. That's it. All right. Put stuff back out of my screen. So see how it's kind of busy, but I kind of like it. Kind of busy, kind of like it. Bring this other one up. Oh my gosh, I used the wrong card base. Okay, this looks so good though. I used the wrong card base. Y'all know why? Because that's Tahitian tied and this was supposed to be Tahitian tied. I didn't lay it out properly for myself. Okay, that was not on purpose. Which one do y'all like better? Starry Sky or Tahitian Tide? Interesting that I did that wrong. Let me pull them back up because I think they just look super busy from far away. That's funny that I did that wrong, but it matches this pot. That's why you can't really, it doesn't seem like it's wrong to me anyway. Thank you, Lori. I love busyness, Sue. You dig. Oh, you love this kind of busyness. Yes. Let's see what y'all are saying. Starry sky better. Yes, right. Sometimes mistakes are good. Oh, Diane says Tahitian. Cindy likes both. Marcia, thank you. It's so funny that I did that wrong. Ugh. You need rain in North Carolina too, but no storms. Exactly, Janet. I'm fine with the rain. I just don't want storms. Yes, her mini dash hound named Lily is terrified of thunderstorms. Our what is he? Boykin Spaniel is terrified of storms as well. Sarah says it's not wrong, it's just different, and she likes them both. Thank you, Sarah. I agree. Like, I totally liked this one when I made it, and then today I didn't even realize it was wrong like until I pulled that other one. Okay, so I have just a couple more samples here using this set. This is my rejected card. It could be fixed. My brain couldn't fix it, but I wanted all 5 colors on one card of the cups, and I just did not like how this turned out. I don't like the ribbon, but yet without the ribbon, it was too plain, and the whole thing. Probably it's just the background that doesn't match. But anyway, that's the paper that I got that 2-inch strip from on the other card. But anyway, there's an idea if you like it. This one just uses the lemons. This is a swap I received with a great new stamp that's a large greeting. Y'all know I love large greetings. I don't have that stamp yet, but this person obviously got free as a demonstrator because we could, well, I don't know if she did, but I'm assuming these are from demonstrators. Here's one where they heat embossed that cup. You can see that shininess there. I know the envelope is shiny too, but so what she did basically, I don't know where I put that loose cup I had, but she took a cup, stamped it on cardstock, and then smashed that whole piece of cardstock into Versamark ink, or did it this way, one way or the other, and then poured clear embossing powder on top. So that card is very similar to the one I did as far as layout. Just different, you know, she did some stuff different. And last but not least, I love this one. I wanted to copy this one, but I was like, well, someone else already made it. Someone, let's see if her name's on here, Stella McKay. Isn't that gorgeous? So see how you can die cut out those leaves that I stamped on card number 2. You can die cut it out and make it 3D. But she's got like a vellum circle behind there, a little strip of 5 of the designer papers. So cute. She put the little heart on the tag. Like, isn't that cute? I think those are the only samples I have right now, additional samples with that set. Let's pull out the ones we made today. So thank you guys very much for watching. Actually, I want to bring back, if I can find them real quick, these other 5 teacup ones as well. Cup of tea that use the 5 in colors. I forgot to mention this when I showed them, but A, they use that ribbon, that metallic ribbon, and B, they are colored in with the new Stampin' blends of the 5 in colors. So yeah, I showed those at the beginning. They use the designer paper you get free with the starter kit through May 31st. They use the metallic ribbon and the Stampin' blends of the 5 new in colors. Okay, let me see if y'all have any questions. Lori, thank you. She doesn't feel like the color was a mistake. It was just a mistake in literally how I laid it on my table. I'm sure what I was thinking was I had the 5 colors to show y'all. This is random, like you don't care. Like, I know. But I had the 5 of these that I was going to show you. And then in my head, I was like, I'll just pull out the one I need. But that all went out of my brain today. And whatever was on top was what I thought I was supposed to use. So it would be interesting to see how it looked on the other I guess, 3 colors that are left to see, like, would that mistake work with all of them? But anyway, so there's those. Let me catch up on the comments now. Yep, no mistakes, only happy accidents. I did that. Didn't I do that last week too? On live or somewhere, I did the same thing where I completely used the wrong thing and it looked really good. So, love those words. Yes. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I know the vellum circle on that one card I showed y'all is so good. And that's the new dies that put the stitch marks that you can get now. Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much as well. I appreciate it. Let me see if I can come back on camera for a second. See how it looks. There we go. I'm always all like a mess after the videos because I've been over here when you can't see my face doing crazy stuff. Anyway, thank y'all very much. Don't forget, next week I'm showing all the new stuff I'm getting today. I don't know what time it's coming. I'm like looking at the clock. But my new product's coming today. Of course, I couldn't order it all, but I got a lot. And Tuesday, I'm shooting for Tuesday at 9 a.m. If I figure out a reason I need to change that, I will, of course, let you know. Let me take that off. Okay. And if y'all have any questions about any of the stuff I talked about, let me know. If you want to get that starter kit, there's a link in this video. Anyone can get it, and or you can contact me for help. There's no obligation if you get the kit, but you will be part of my awesome team of over 200 demonstrators all over the U.S. and have access to lots of perks if you want to do those, but there's truly no obligation. Also, any events I talked about, you can let me know if you need that info or sign up for my email newsletter here and here, and you'll get those things sent straight to your inbox, the registration links, etc. My email's there on the screen, Jennifer@jennifercotton.com, or you can Facebook message me as well. Thank you, Cindy. Let me go back to comments over here. Thanks, Sue. Thanks. Oh, yes, Sue. She says, have a wonderful retreat. Yes, April and I, well, I assume April's really looking forward to it, just like me, because even though we work and like leading up to it is a lot of work, including for Landa and Karen, and Carol, our 3 awesome helpers. Once we get there, we have a lot of fun with our customers. So thank you for saying that, Sue. Thanks, Marcia. And I guess I will see y'all next week on Tuesday. Have a great day. Thank you. Goodbye.